Alright, go. How long's the podcast like? My legs gone on, I can actually hang for like half an hour.
Let's laugh.
Come on. Okay, well, welcome. This is number 3 for the year.
Yeah,
we've done well. I think 3 by Feb is a good number, but this time we've got some real cool guests. I think they trump all the other guests we've had. Yeah. Yeah, so all 5 of our listeners will be really chuffed to see increase. So just this is a podcast. This is for our community. This is for Tiger with all the members and whoever else is interested. But this is just kind of like a chat amongst the coaches. Also introduce them. Not that they need introduction, but just to get them, front and center, so that you guys can get to know them a little bit better. So we're gonna spend about a half an hour just chatting and seeing where it goes, man. We're talking about the Open, obviously.
That's right.
Open.
We are missing. We're missing. Unfortunately, Moles can't be it.
Yeah.
Bless can't be it, and Paul can't be it. So those 3 faces. Apart from that,
Key members.
Moles is that important, controlling the streets to the police officer.
Keeping us safe.
Open championship to people. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, it's gonna go full on.
The Open's just such a good time of the year. Personally, honestly, genuinely, I'm not joking. I do actually really enjoy the Open. I think everyone should do it.
Yes.
Hashtag always plugged.
Hashtag I'm in the Open.
We got the message across.
Yeah.
Are you doing it this year?
I'm going to jump into the workouts, yeah.
You're not
You're
signing
not
up?
signing up?
I am going to sign up, yeah.
Yeah,
You're not signed up.
You might
So you could make it the 60-second member then.
Yeah.
Signed up.
Yeah, no, I will. Yeah. I like to wait. I think we should
sign up. You should do it right now while we're all sat there putting
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
You will.
No pressure that way. Alright,
No,
we'll start with you, Con. If you want to share something with the community, with the group,
It's interesting about me.
interesting about you, man. Something.
I was actually born 12 weeks premature.
Yeah, that's a true story. I mean, because you told me before.
She was there.
It's too short. I was born 12 weeks premature, yeah. I was the same size.
3 months.
Yeah, I was the same size as my dad's hand when I was born.
Wow.
You did well, son. Must be that good, but that coconut was.
Obviously, that's a big man. It's not really doing much justice, but
Not very good empire.
you're getting these new loves. But 12 weeks premature, pretty mad.
Wow.
That's why my brain's a little bit slow, but do you know what I mean? My legs ain't.
Oh, you've done well.
Don't worry.
All it takes you is super special, kind of.
Yeah, man.
That's what my mum tells me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is as well.
It was really special.
She does it, she's really special.
This is actually quite chill, but
Yeah, still, yeah. Same people I've had for years.
I don't know. You can have it.
And I really like the Open.
That's so much
I really think that everyone should do that.
The
Open that you're not signed up for.
Sorry.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, makes sense.
only a weekend to August.
Yeah.
Originally born in Nottingham, which I don't even know, but most people know.
Wow.
Lived in Asia for 12 years before moving to London.
Where?
Asia, lived in Tokyo for 3.5 and Singapore for 9, and we came back in 2006. And that's why I moved around here.
Do you miss it? Do you miss living out there?
When I first came back, I hated it. I hated England. I thought it was absolutely done. I thought it was a third world country.
Oh,
I didn't want to be here. It took me 5 years to get used to it.
Yeah, and now it's alright.
It's got worse since I was back there. No, I love it around here now. And I hated it when I first came back. I didn't want to be here at all.
Yeah, I bet.
Wow.
Completely different lifestyle.
Yeah, massive.
You
That's a long
prefer Tokyo
time.
or Singapore?
Tokyo when we didn't have kids. And then when we had kids, Singapore, because Tokyo was just a nut house.
Yeah.
But Singapore was fantastic for kids. It was awesome.
Quite interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Faith, are you also you're gonna share something with the
Something festival.
crew?
They know me.
Maybe not person.
I'll refer back to the podcast we did last time.
I just want to enlighten people. You think he doesn't train? He does train.
Oh,
And
He
he's
does
gonna put up some sick numbers this year. I think
boss,
this is your
that's a
year.
lot of pressure you put on me.
No, I'm putting it on you because obviously you are performing, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, this is your year.
Whoa.
The open is your year this year.
Mate,
No,
guys,
no,
you wait till this guy, he's got it, but you wait
Obviously
till
nothing.
the season. I'm taking a chill, but
You could be the fittest Nigerian.
Oh, boss, no.
Listen.
Remember when you and Blessing were going for the fittest
Yeah, there was that one year where I finished 4th, but I'm not going to say it.
Just say it. There are only 6 guys doing it. Let's go!
We've got some competition like Blessing was trying some tin around on Saturday morning.
Strong.
Big tool. Big up.
Bless is strong.
He's coming back, bro.
But I'll take him on the engine. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Have you got an interesting fact? Maybe like that you had bursaries to 4 universities, stuff like anything.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like that's how I ended up here.
Yeah. I remember.
So was in 6th form. I started here when I was 17 or 18. Started training here at 17, 18, and then took a gap year. Yeah. Because I decided I got bored of studying. So I was studying to be a civil engineer. Well, that's what I wanted to do originally. So got a unconditional to Bath, but made a decision last minute that I didn't want to go. Because I was just like, that's not me.
Wow.
Which is a big decision. It sounds like a big decision, but I knew I didn't want to go. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a gap year, see what life throws at me, and then eventually maybe go. But things materialized, or things went a different way than I thought they were gonna go. Started working here part time, enjoying the CrossFit a little bit more.
Yeah.
Started thinking about them. No, I was mediocre, maybe at best. I was alright. I wasn't great, but
Yeah, you
I
were
enjoyed
alright.
it. Alright, Max.
We just I remember that.
We can't always thank you, boss. Okay, yeah, so decided not to go. Then took another gap year thinking I was gonna go, and then just decided I'm gonna do this full time. Did my level 1, loved it. I was like, this is it. This is what I'm gonna do. Because I feel like rather than, not to say that it's a bad thing, but rather than doing say a 9 to 5, I kind of I just knew that wasn't for me, and I made the decision, which at the time wasn't well taken by my parents, but now they've seen that obviously if you're passionate about anything and you make it your focus, then you can be successful, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter what you do in life as long as you're passionate about it. You give it your all. So I think being here for the last 3 or 4 years, I've learned a lot, made a lot of mistakes, but I've been guided by AD, which is very, 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 very beneficial because those mistakes haven't really hit me. So I've learned, okay, don't do that again, Faith. But no, stop doing it.
Say it like that.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I mean, that's probably my fact. I've never been to uni. I probably don't have any plans of going anytime soon.
That's a cool fact.
Me.
I never hear you.
No, I was gonna go uni and I was like,
Why didn't you go?
because that's not me. It's not me. Academically, I was just struggled big time.
Really?
So I was joining the Marine.
That's a fun fact about the Marine. You should have went with that one.
Yeah, that's
cool.
Yeah, but that was just more the route I wanted to go down. In fact, I think I was coaching. So I used to coach a gym in Ashford. It's a great style.
Great box.
Yeah, amazing box.
Serious owner.
Yeah.
That guy can move, bro.
And then I was going to go to uni and do like sports and exercise science, something like that. But I didn't really know whether that's actually what I wanted to do. I think because I was just in the CrossFit world, I was like, yeah, I love fitness.
Yeah.
And then people around me was doing it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go do that. And it's probably lucky that I didn't. And then I was like, right, I'm going to do that and become a PT. That was like what I thought I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I think it was actually Chase said to me, he's like, oh, you thought about joining the military? And I was like, I thought about it growing up, like I've watched programs and that. And then I just jumped in at first. Didn't know what to expect, and then like 4 years later, the wild time.
That's good.
Mental.
Tough, man. I think, Lou, you've got some things to share. People don't know you, you're ex.
Me?
Yeah, pro athlete, man. Come on.
I've got something I can
Yo,
share.
man, come on. Take the thing. Got a lot of new members now.
No one
They don't
knows.
know.
No
They
one
don't
knows this
know.
about me.
No, I
Go
know.
say it, go say it.
What is it?
No, you do know, man.
You don't know.
When I was 18, I won the title in South Africa for the fastest sheep shearing competition.
What?
The fastest.
Wait, I didn't know that.
That's
The fastest what? Sheep.
I don't really like it.
Fastest.
It's a lie. Reactions.
Mate, I was like impressed.
No, sheep shearing, me. Joking.
Hey, the face up.
Yeah.
It's like, would you
My wife.
you ever want a farm animal?
I had you though, yeah.
You did. We also just want to welcome back our new member to the podcast, number 3. Welcome, man.
Welcome back. Yeah. Welcome back.
Okay, Max, tell us a fun fact. I mean, do they know about the dancing?
Oh,
Yeah.
the dancing.
I don't think people know about it. And we had a CrossFit club,
Yeah,
we had a dancing club.
dance.
Before you
Oh,
guys, we actually had a.
I've got
you
videos.
guys do a few
I have videos.
You gotta put the in the video.
I'm gonna put it in.
It's
I've got
comedy
videos.
gold.
Yeah, honestly.
Magda had a class when she started coaching. You said, "Okay, Max, just do."
You got free reign.
You got free reign on was it Friday afternoon?
Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night.
What's
Yeah,
it?
Friday.
And Magda used to put in about quite a few people.
Yeah.
And they used to come and do
That's some
dance.
lads.
It was like
Dance.
20, not to me, it was
I'm
like 20.
getting nervous now.
Go on. You go.
Go on.
No, so but the fact is that was your first video that you actually
Ever
made.
made.
that
It
was
was true.
Really?
That was my first.
It was really good.
Listen,
Listen. From the beginning.
That was the first. I was like, it was like a first mini promo.
And
That was like the first one I ever made.
it was fab.
A dance.
So that was
I
his.
remember.
I'll actually put it in.
It's really
Cut
good.
it.
Cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what is it? I mean, do people know that you have a degree in dance?
Yeah,
People
no,
know this
honestly.
stuff about you. I think so.
Yes, so yeah, I actually went to university.
Like, stop. You said it's not your thing.
Yeah, wait
And she
till.
keeps looking what she's saying as well. She's not once at face.
Well, he had a free ride to bar, so you could have.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so I went to university in Poland, and that was a performing arts school, and I actually danced ballet. That was a big struggle, a massive struggle for me.
The ballet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
that's
Yeah.
not
It's not
Yeah.
built like a
Cheers.
ballet. So
I'm just not
Yeah,
built.
it's so hobby.
I'm just not built.
Not on your toes.
no.
Not on your toes. Flat foot, bang.
Squat.
To be fair, when I was younger, I went through a stage of like, when I watched Billy Elliot, I was like, I want to do that.
Oh my god.
Ballet. You wanted to do
No, I
ballet?
want to do the boxing bit between.
No. I just remember thinking like, oh, I want to do that. It wasn't that long
Well,
days. It was only like when I was like 17.
That was when you were trying to find.
I was like the foot.
Stand in the corner.
Listen, I'm being honest. Billy Elliot's cool, man. Yeah. Well, it started when I was like 10. It started when I was 10 and I'm 24 now, so we're going on 14 years now. I still haven't made it.
I'm going to challenge that. This can't.
Next to a corner.
I'm going to try you on.
Go on, mate.
Sorry, man.
Alright. So the truth is, when you start ballet, when you over like 15 years old, you probably don't have a chance, really.
Oh, wow.
So Connor, I'm sorry. Sorry, too late for you.
You didn't get
Okay.
university to come to ballet.
Yeah, so university, it was super exciting just to be Monday to Friday having like, you know, dance sessions, like all kind of dance styles. That was super cool. I was very passionate about it. Passion, that I'm related to it.
Yeah, passion, that's it.
Passion, that's a word.
Passionate.
Coming. Yeah, passionate.
Yes.
Yeah, but ballet, that was something I really struggled. That was the main thing at university. So I had to work very hard to pass, and I passed.
Hey!
There you go.
How did you get into the CrossFit coaching? Just quick
class.
How did this happen?
So basically, I met Aileen at church. And first,
You cornered us.
what did I do?
You like put us in the corner. Do you need
English wasn't really many. Yes, okay, let's go.
Yes. No, basically, I was an au pair for like 6 months, and that was my like first year of being in UK, and that was just a way to start. Just, you know, getting to know country and just feel safe and all of that. Anyway, being in church for like almost a year and really cool community, and I was kind of very into, you know, working with people from church and having the same beliefs and being around them more. And then I met Ali and Lou. And in that time, the family that I was working for, they didn't need me anymore. That's the truth. That's the fact. They didn't need me anymore.
Don't worry.
It wasn't that they kicked me out or anything. I was actually very good with kids.
Yeah, you know, I'm leaving. I'm out.
No, that was mutual agreement. And then... And at that time, I didn't need an au pair, and I knew that, so I came to talk to them. So basically, I asked if they need au pair, and they said, let me think about it. And then, and they said, okay, let's give it a go. And then I came to Eddie and Lou. I started looking after the kids, little Eli and Joanna. Sophia wasn't born yet. And that was like 7 months before Tiger Pit. So,
Sure.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she was there when the dream was
Yeah.
being birthed.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
But what happened is I was sick. I was actually sick. I was doing the sessions. Lou was doing like early mornings, Tuesday, Thursday. We were still in the city, half day, whatever. And then I was sick, and I actually couldn't come to coach. So I sat Magda down and I wrote down
Exactly on the paper.
what she must do. And how she must open. And by that, and if you've been here long enough, you remember that front door didn't exist. There was like this hinge door that you had to walk all around the place, no lights. Walk all around, and you had to come through that door there, open up. So it was a mission opening up. So I had to explain everything to her.
Yeah.
And then after the class, on the WhatsApp group, it exploded into this amazing coach that oh my God! I was lying there half sick, you know, had insult to injury. I was like, she's a wonder, she's amazing! It's okay. And she started coaching. Yeah, and then from there, years later, she's now the head coach. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oi, Harriet! Let's roll up, man.
Fact is, I'm a twin.
Yes.
There's a twist. We're actually born on different days.
Huh?
So we don't have a birthday.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, different birthdays. So like, were you midnight?
Yeah.
Twins?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
That's your sisters.
So I was 5 minutes before midnight, she was 5 minutes after.
The older, yeah.
Cool.
So you celebrate different birthdays?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
word.
know, it's really cool.
Do you do it like that, or do you actually?
We have like a birthday weekend.
That's so
Or like
That's mind-blowing.
birthday.
I didn't think that's
I've
possible.
never heard that.
I saw it earlier. I was like,
But now I'm hearing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Never
No,
heard
it's
that.
imagine that.
Never
That's so
heard
weird.
that.
No,
That
no.
is cool, man.
It's quite a good, interesting fact.
Yes, it's awesome
Oh,
facts.
brilliant.
Sheep,
Yeah.
much better than sheep shearing one.
Yeah.
That's a mind.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I was
That's
really like,
so
I was actually,
cool.
I was like, okay.
I what about the hockey? Let's say let people don't know about that.
Netball.
Is it
Netball.
netball?
Oh my god.
Let's
So
go.
basically saying guys, hockey.
We'll cut that. We'll start that again. Rewind. What about the netball?
Okay, sport. Rock sport.
Netball.
Netball.
Try again.
What about the netball?
Yeah,
Go
I
on.
don't know. Yeah, so I play netball, like I train 3 times a week. So I play for a franchise.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the equivalent, I guess, for like rugby is like Saracens.
Yeah,
Shopping, that's big time. That's big time.
So yeah, I play for London Pulse,
Yes.
Woo! London Bulls.
under 21 team.
Sure,
And
sure.
yeah, so
Have you played for England?
trials. I've had trials.
Ooh, that's nice.
Is that
Yeah.
the goal?
Yeah, see where it goes. Like, I think, yeah, as long as I'm enjoying it, then that's the goal. If I'm not enjoying it, then it's not it's not worth it. But yeah, but it's cool. Just see where I can go. Like, I think CrossFit's actually really helping in terms of like my physique, my athletic ability.
Come on.
I remember
Getting
you
stronger.
running,
Confidence.
ankle stint.
Yeah,
Same thing in
exactly.
your knee.
Yeah, yeah.
Look
No, I know.
at
Like
you.
double unders, everything's
Yes,
fine.
it's amazing.
So yeah,
Brilliant.
that's cool.
Is that what got you into CrossFit? Did you start training to get better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the main thing. Like, I used to go to the gym, but I used to worry about like, okay, if I do like more weight stuff, am I going to lose like my conditioning side? But CrossFit is like perfect in terms that I can keep both at the same time, which is perfect for netball because like so
How
around.
did you get here? How did you check it on internet or was it online or what?
Yeah, so I literally live like a 5-minute walk away. So I used to walk past it, like go to Boddington. So I used to see it, and then I like looked up online, went through the YouTube a bit, saw the videos.
Come on. Go on.
Yeah, and I also like watch online, so YouTube, like the CrossFit games and stuff. I used to just have that on in the background. Yeah, it's like when I had earned some money through a job. I was like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend money on this.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So you live 5-minute walk.
and I drive.
No shame in that, boss.
That's right, leg day, you have to
Leg
drive.
day, I mean, let's just say it's heavy leg day.
Yeah, it's every day. It's every day.
Yeah.
Alright, and then Glenn, what's
Come on,
current?
Whoa, interesting fact time.
Pressure, yes.
Random fact. I've had dinner with Richard Branson.
Really?
Oh,
Did he pay?
what?
I wasn't reaching for
What a job.
When did you have dinner with him? He's just like,
He just sat looking across the table.
yeah.
Was it you and him, just alone?
Is it Dave?
No, there was like
No.
me and 3 other bike mechanics because it was on like a cycling trip.
And you asked questions.
It was him and his daughter.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, like halfway through the night, he called the waitress over to order a bottle of wine. He was like, "Oh, just bring me like the nicest bottle of red on the menu." And then his daughter leant in and was like, "Dad, shouldn't you check the price of that?" And we were all like, "I mean, he can buy the restaurant." Stressing about it. And she was like so frugal with money the whole time.
Really?
Anytime if we had to like fit new parts to her bike, she was like, "Ooh, kind of rather you didn't." And we were like, "What is going on?"
Really?
It was so bizarre.
Really?
Whereas he was just like the most easygoing guy in the world.
Really?
And he was next level because like the cycling trip was basically riding the whole of Italy over a long period of time, and
So
then
you like seconding them or what?
we were like support car, mechanic, servicing all the bikes in the evening, then making sure everyone got through the day, like ferrying stuff around if people needed food, drinks, anything like that. And then we were setting up feed stations to make sure when people turned up, if they needed any mechanical support, we were there as well. Basically doing whatever anyone needed. Then we'd get to the hotel just before they finished. So as soon as they turned up, every single bike just got dropped with us. We'd service all of them before the next day, clean them all. There was like a main core of about 15 riders that were doing the whole thing. And then there was other people that would come out and do 4 or 5 days, then fly home from there. So we were just like doing little mechanical jobs on theirs, but every time a new route turned up, we had to make all of the core riders' bikes look like they were brand new. So yeah, that was long days and that was intense, but yeah, it was awesome. And then towards the end of the trip, we got invited for dinner with him to say thanks. And that was a surreal experience.
Yeah.
I was like, sat there with him, I was like, I don't even know what to talk to you about. Like,
Yes,
and then he was just so chill. Yeah, we were talking for.
Yes.
We only made it to just halfway through dinner, and then his like PA came over and spoke to him, and he was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, guys, I've got to go and leave." someone's just donated £10,000 to charity for me to sit with them for the rest of the night. And we're like, yeah, fair. We cannot afford to do the same, so you do you. And then he picked up the bill for our table, and we were like, thank God for that.
Smart guy.
So yeah, that was wild. And then I've done other trips with like Lawrence Delalio, Andrew Ridgely, who's the other half of Wham, Austin Healy.
Also cyclist.
Yeah, he's an animal.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like, you guys wouldn't know him. He's like a winger that played for England.
Swear.
Yeah. And then pretty much as soon as he stopped playing rugby, he started cycling and became an absolute beast.
Wow.
It was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he was like one of the weirdest characters because he was so arrogant and egotistical and really flashy and showy. And then as soon as his wife was around, massively under the thumb and was like completely kept in check. He was like, oh, sorry. It was good.
No, I mean, you are a crit. His bike is standing over there, but you're a crit rider, right?
Yeah, crit racer.
So not endurance so far. Or
I've done both because I worked with a company that we do support trips every year. Yeah. So we take charity groups out to Amsterdam, Bruges, London to Paris in 24 hours. We do stuff like that. So we do some endurance stuff as well. Okay. But then my like passionate side of it was more crit racing. Yeah. So up to an hour races, normally about 40 people, like round the circuit, and very elbow heavy, a lot of crashes. And that's kind of why I've stopped doing it. I like spent too much time in the hospital basically.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, my body's like a wreck. Yeah, because I ride BMX as well. So yeah.
You see.
Yeah. And you snowboard as well. You do snowboard as well.
Snowboard.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty much most hobbies I've tried. Like, so I used to play guitar as well. Used to be well into art, painting, drawing.
Nice.
Kind of done a bit of everything.
Boss, what about you?
And you went to farm school.
Smashed it.
Is that your fact?
You went to farm school.
That you went to farm school?
It's a good fact. I mean, no one knows. Like they used to
You two met
like.
at a sheep shearing contest. And
Actually,
it was just instant love.
right.
Love through the clippers.
That's right. That's it.
I mean, this would gross out most people, but I mean, I've killed most animals.
Wow.
Bare hands.
So I know that the rhyme in Tesco. I know what it looks like. That's farm school, labour, you work with your hands 3 hours a day. You're out in the field, milking the cows, vineyards, working with the sheep, the pigs, chicken, whatever. Yeah, farm school, 300 boys in a boarding school.
Very good rugby school.
It was a good rugby school. Yeah, so that was my upbringing. Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
Did I enjoy it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a farmer, right? So, you know what I enjoy is my friends. It's like 300 boys in a house, and you just get to know each other, and then you get up to all kinds of stuff. So at night time, you'll slip out.
There's got to be some crazy stories.
Oh,
Bro. Just one. Just one.
Yeah, there was a farmer next door which had a watermelon. He had a watermelon farm, whatever you call it. So a field patch. So I don't know why, but we decided to go naked that night and then get into the field with our duvet covers and then fill the duvet with watermelons. And then stash the watermelons, and then Friday when your parents pick you up, you go and can't get them quickly. And then my one friend was that stupid, he went and sold the stuff on the corner. And the farmer drove past, and obviously he'd seen his things getting raided. And obviously the guy got in. But we got
fantastic, Mr. Fox.
we got awful punishment. So we got hiding. So we got jacks. So back in the I'll hold them. So so this geezer obviously got taken in and he got jacked up, and then So,
never again.
Sure again. But so the stories were good.
That's happening on the farms. People stealing fruits.
Yeah.
You just go and grab from the trees.
You also farm.
Yeah. But we didn't steal like 4. We just stole 2 or 3. Just to try it.
Still stealing, mate.
But they were taking
it. Doesn't count.
Well, is it really?
Yeah.
That's That's quite bad.
No.
University taught you nothing then,
So I've been Simon on a rugby field here with Westcombe Park, right?
So yes, that's where we met. Yeah, we was coaching up there, weren't we?
Yeah. So I mean, okay. So obviously you said 2 years ago to the day.
2 years ago, tomorrow actually.
Tomorrow hip replacement. So what is not Tiger, but not the gym, but what does CrossFit mean to you in your life? Because you were a fit guy when I met you. Fit, you were active, right? You were doing 4 or 5 sessions a day, a week, and you were going for it. So how has this changed your training aspect and maybe your life?
Massively. So since I was having the hip done, I've dropped 9 kilo, 10 kilos, something like that.
Wow.
Body fat's dropped from 23 down to 14%. And that's also.
Give us a chance.
And that's also not just training in here, it's also, I think I was one of the first to sign up for the program that Lou was running. Excuse me. And it isn't a diet, it was just a lifestyle choice, which I've now stuck to. And to me, it's just an everyday thing which I do, it just becomes the norm. And it's changed my life for the better massively. I mean, when you look on the body stuff, you jump on there, visceral fat's gone that way. And I just think with the community as well of this place and the fact that people turn around and say, it's a community, it's a happy place. It is. I mean, I spend more time in here than I probably spend anywhere else. And I just love the training, love the people, and it is just a really good place to be. And with obviously what we've gone through lockdown, with the stuff we had to Zoom and stuff like that, for people's mental stability and for mine as well, it was fantastic. Really, really good. And it means so much to me as being part of this place and the CrossFit world and what you can try and achieve, and every day's a different day. It's great. And that's why then I signed up for the level 1. I asked you if you wanted another coach, and he was like, yeah, okay, do it. So I did the level 1, which was all done online, which was an interesting way of doing it, to be fair. A tough way of doing it, but got that done. And then from then on, obviously learning from other coaches and seeing the way the coaches do stuff and picking up cues and tips and that is a great thing for me.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's awesome. That's great. That's great. What would you say, Glenn? What is the difference between, obviously there's a major difference between cycling and CrossFit, and why are you busy making that transition? You still cycle, obviously, but I mean, are you finding that transition, and what do you like about doing this?
Just the fact that every day is different. Like, as much as I love cycling, I still do it a fair amount. It's the monotony got to me. It was like, there was no waking up thinking, what am I going to be doing today? Even if it's like a different level. You sit on the bike and you're like, this again. Cool.
Some wheels going around.
Or flat.
So it just got to me, and like mentally, days when you didn't feel like doing it, you couldn't just switch the focus and do something else. And there's days like, obviously the idea of CrossFit is you kind of come down and you have no idea what you're going to be doing. And that's the excitement of it, because it's just, you throw yourself straight into it. And if you come down and you look at the board and you're like, oh God, I really don't want to do that today. It's like, no, get out of that mindset, because if I don't do those things that I hate, I'm never going to get better at them. So now it's an idea of like trying to switch my mindset of, let's get excited about the things like double unders. They are not good for me. But if I just throw the towel in every time they're here, I will never ever get good at it.
That's right.
And like, obviously I've only been doing CrossFit 6 months at this point, but have followed it for 6 years.
All right. Wow. Okay.
And first got into it, I was like living with 2 of my best mates, and just came home one evening from work, and my mate was sat down watching the Fronin film. And I walked in and I was like, why are you just watching a video of a guy with no shirt on? It's just a half-naked dude. And he was like, just looking. And I was like, yeah, fair. And then 10 minutes later, I was sat
Here's my Fronin.
and then we were both just sat there watching it. And then our other housemate got in and was like, what are you boys doing? And it's like, don't judge, sit down. I did this 10 minutes ago. Trust me, you'll get into it. And then from there onwards, it was like watching the games every year, like following other competitions and stuff on YouTube. Was always like buzzing about it, but because cycling was such a heavy focus, and I worked for a cycling gym and was coaching people on the side, doing mechanical work. I've worked with bikes since I was 15. It was just natural to keep doing that, and I didn't want anything that was going to detract from my focus of riding a bike. And then Rhoda and Adele started coming here, And Rhoda kept nagging me to come down. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'll get down there at some point. Like, please, ease off. I still do stuff. And then came down for my first session. Literally fell in love with it instantly. Booked my L1 4 days later.
Awesome.
And did it 2 weeks after my first session.
Yeah. Thanks for telling us.
Yeah.
That was a conscious decision because I was like, if I tell them and I fail, that's embarrassing. And then when I passed, I was like, now I'm good. Now I can talk about it.
That's hilarious.
And yeah, I made the decision to do the one in person. And
Good.
yeah, it was just such a vibe. Like you turn up and being a 2-day course, by day 2 you feel like you're best mates with everyone in there. It's like everyone just clicked straight away.
Yeah.
I was the least fit person in the room, which was extremely humbling.
Yeah.
But like all of them have been doing it for sort of 4 years and
Yeah.
stuff. And then I walked in and I was like, oh, yeah, 2 weeks. Why are you here? What's happening? And then yeah, did a workout at the end of the day and I got my butt absolutely well and truly kicked.
Yeah.
And that just kind of gave me more fire just to keep going. So this will be my first open and I'm buzzing about that. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Is that the one you signed up for?
Yeah. I don't understand why you wouldn't sign up.
Talk about it all the time at day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
So
Okay,
yeah.
so I want to find out. Okay, Max, you've got probably the best chance to. This is probably going to be your best open, yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, according to, I'm the fittest I've ever been.
Yeah.
Right now, I must say.
Strongest.
Yeah. Skills.
Getting
I mean, yeah, all weaknesses kind of, I worked really hard.
Yeah.
It's kind of,
I think
that's just the fact.
Yeah, you're going to do well.
You're doing really well, man.
Yeah.
So this is there's no pressure. So we're going to do Friday night.
No pressure.
Max will go first.
We can do it. Everybody can come and watch. You guys want to come and watch me? Special photo. Inside. Simon is also very fit at the moment.
You're doing really well.
Go inside.
Yeah, but the oldest in my age group now, so.
No, bro. And then obviously,
Yeah, just try your best, right?
Oh, that the one I signed up for. Oh,
Yeah.
Alright.
No, I will. Yeah, I'm still going to say anything for the rest of this until I sign up for the open, I'm not going to say anything.
Harry, did you sign up? Yeah.
She's in.
First one. Come on.
First one.
Come on.
Okay, it's going to be good.
See.
It's going to be good. All right. Well, I think
Yeah.
what do you reckon? Favour, you got anything to add to that?
No, that's good, man. Good timing. 30 minutes.
Really nice, good, man. And I think, yeah, guys, we as a gym and stuff like that, you guys can see it's quality people. We obviously that's coming to coach and that's busy applying their craft, you know, and that's what we want to do. We want people to enjoy the opportunity to coach and to get on the floor and to get experience coaching, because coaching is an experience. You need experience because, you know, every single session is different and you need to learn to manage people and manage different personalities and different training methodologies, because something could be cardio and then it could be lifting and coaching a 5K run and a snatch is not the same thing, and they don't always come up within months of each other. So when you are coaching, you're going to have an opportunity to touch on all those things, and these guys are, as well as we, and we all want to give you guys the best experience. So you can see we are trying to do that, and we'll keep on doing that. And then if you ever feel like I want to be a coach and stuff like that, remember there's a process to this thing. It's not just about jumping in and being a coach. It's we want to make sure that the people that do step to the front and give the classes are the right people, and that they obviously have gone through a bit of a process to make sure the experience is great for you guys. So we believe in them. We believe in all of them, and we think that they're great. And they're going to do the thing, and we hope to get you guys as fit as possible in the next 2 weeks for this open. So if you have not signed, you can obviously, there's a thread to this thing, yeah, you can hear it.
See.
If you haven't, then I don't know. I'll tell you why, okay, I'll tell you why. We are a certain amount of members at the moment. And this is the year we'd like to, after basically missing the open twice, 2 years in a row, and even last year when it was actually there, it was all dumbbell related stuff. It wasn't really an open, it was open according to home fitness. So it wasn't really an open. So this is really an opportunity. We want everybody to get involved. We want the biggest amount of participants in our gym. So the biggest amount of percentage of our membership to do the open this year, because it brings the community together.
Yep.
I don't care where
That's right.
honestly, this year, I don't know, if I'm wherever on the leaderboard, it doesn't matter. What matters is that I actually come down on a Friday night and throw down with everybody, have a good time, build a community, have a chat, you know, sit around, maybe go and have a barbecue after something, you know. But this is an opportunity for us for 3 weeks to really build such a strong community, meet people, 5:30 a.m., meets people at the 6 p.m. class that they've never seen and didn't even know belong to Target. But and people have this opportunity to come and to throw down together and to become a really tight-knit community. So if you're on the fringe, if you do not know, okay, just jump in. It's $20 or whatever that is. And it's not going to kill you, but it's going to really give you, and your fitness doesn't matter, by the way. It really doesn't matter. They've now got everything.
Sales.
When we started this thing, it was
foundation.
like, if you didn't have RX, you would, like 5 years, 6 years ago, it was like, if you didn't have those things,
pull up, you stare at the bar.
don't even turn up, you know. So now they've got every single category to facilitate anybody. So that's why.
And it doesn't need to be scary either. I think people get scared of it, but like, you're going to do a workout that day anyway. The only difference is
it's only because people are scared to fail, you know, and I don't think that you need to have that mindset, because we all get exposed in our life and stuff, you know, and
you should
but I think you will surprise yourself, and that's where you'll miss out, because you will get your first pull-up, you'll get your first toes to bar. That's where you're going to get it, because the community is behind you. And you will just absolutely buzz when you get that first. Yeah. And that's what the Open is about, getting your first, you know. And so put the other stuff behind you and just go for it.
Turn up.
One more question for you, Bossman, is because like we spoke about it a little bit today or this week, was how CrossFit's changed from when you started to obviously where it is now. Because some people might not understand how obviously the programming or the thread that we do in terms of target training compared to say other gyms. So like maybe I think it would be cool, just share it, like, you know. I'm
a purist. I'm a CrossFit purist. If you haven't noticed, but I am. So for me, it's I've done a lot of different training throughout my life. I've been in this gig since I joined the gym when I was 16. I'm 40, so 24 years, and I've been actually actively coaching people since I've been 18. So I've been doing this a long time, and I've done bodybuilding, I've done all the stuff. And when I got into CrossFit, I realized that this thing is it takes all the fitness elements and brings it into one. That's why it's CrossFit, obviously. So when I program CrossFit, you can see I programmed the last 2 weeks. So I programmed differently than maybe Maggie. Maggie is a new school CrossFit coach, and that is very cool, because that's where it's going. What do we both want? We both want fitness, right? So the fitness is the element that we both after. The way we get to it, there can be different routes to get to it, but we're gonna try, and this is what we're working on. We're trying to combine her method of programming and my method of programming, so we can get something in the middle that's not just a purist CrossFitter, and it's not just kind of new school. It's kind of like it's going to mix nicely. Yeah, I'm all about just two elements and two different energy systems and let them collide, because that collision is going to create adaptation. It's going to bang and it's going to create adaptation. What did you do Monday? You did heavy lifting with a run, cardiovascular and aerobic. Boom. Both of them gone together, and you did a heavy lifting in the beginning. So now the whole nervous system is firing, everything's twitching, and you get the lungs pumping as well. Now these two together is going to give you a huge adaptation. I mean, if you looked at what you guys did today, what did you guys do? Double unders and
running. That was
shoulders. So there's big compound movements in those things. So you did front squats, but then you go into a big compound movements, and you have a skill. The skill is obviously this, and the skill takes much more brain. You have to think. You have to really be switched on. And if you're under fatigue, so this is how I think about all these things. I mean, I can go on for hours, but this is how I think about all these things, and that's a kind of a purist way of thinking about the CrossFit. Anyway, that's how I think. Then you have Maggie's way, which is very much EMOM driven, skill based. going over a skill and over a skill and over a skill until you get that skill, right?
Yeah.
So it's every minute on the minute, but it's doing difficult skills, which takes more time. But I'm all about, let's just get you fit, man. Let's just keep going, because I come from a school of where I used to just
rinse ourselves.
I just rinsed myself, but I also I taught myself we didn't belong to a box before CrossFit. Really, we taught ourselves, and it's about taking that. And also, my inspiration is Mayhem.
I was gonna say that, yeah.
I have utmost. I think he's the best to ever be and to ever have been, and I think that his programming is exceptional. The way he thinks about stuff, and I love the way. I'll sit there and go through all the Moen programming just because it's just.
And he still does it the same. So he's exactly the same. He'll literally pull into the gym, and he'll be like, "We're doing this."
Just like AD.
No, let's do this. Let's try this. What haven't we done this week? We haven't done this. Let's do this.
Yeah. So my brain is just wired. I can come up with programs, and that's just how it is. It's nothing. It's just how it is. After years of doing it. But with Maggie's stuff, we're going to bring it together, and when we got that nice, boom, you guys are going to reap the benefits. But I hope that you are enjoying the bit of programming that we're doing, and you guys are getting fit. In fact, I know you're getting fit because a lot of you, we keep our eyes on you. We know that you guys are doing better and more things than you have done before. So
yeah, we record all your PVs, everything.
Yeah, it's cameras.
That's what we do, yeah. We're secret agents.
Yeah, so that's not too boring, but that's how we do it. That's how we're going to roll it out. But welcome to all the, not welcome, but thank you to all the coaches for putting in the hard work and giving these guys a great experience. We're excited, man. This is going to be a good year. I mean, I'm
Year
looking
of the
forward to
Tiger.
the summer. Summer's going to bang.
Yeah, someone's going to bang.
Yeah. Harry, do you want to say anything?
Just sign up to the Open.
On that note, adios.
I was going to sign up tomorrow, so.